Time for Trend Vibes, where we dive into some of the latest trends in Korean culture. And our reporter Yoon Se-young is joining us for that in the studio. Welcome, Se-young.
Hi, Se-young.
Hello, girls. Last Friday, I filled in for Walter on K-News, but I'm back in my usual spot today.
Okay, it's great to see you happy in your seat.
Thank
and
you.
also
I feel
to
much
have
comfortable here.
the three culture girls together in action.
Finally united.
All right, so Se-young, what is our first keyword or our big keyword today?
Yes, today's keyword is Suneung, of course, and K-wave stars as well. Because in recent years, we are seeing changing trends in entertainment industry regarding Suneung. So we are going to explore that today.
Wow, sounds very, very exciting. Let's dive into it.
Yes, let's do so. But first off, for our global viewers, give us a little rundown about what the Suneung exam exactly is.
Sure. Suneung is Korea's college entrance exam. It's like a Korean version of SAT, but that comparison doesn't quite capture its significance here because Suneung is more than just a college entrance exam here in Korea. It's a nationwide event held once a year with students all across the country taking this exam on the same day at the same time. And the whole exam takes a whopping 9 hours with the breaks in between. And, you know, Korea's intense focus on education is reflected in how much students and their families prepare for this one big day. And also on Suneung Day, the entire nation makes adjustments. For example, companies delay their work hours to ease traffic, and police even escort lay students to their test centers by giving them ride with their motorcycles. And, you know, recently, Group NCT had planned to release concert tickets the day before the Suneung exam, but upon fans' request, they had to move it to the day after Suneung exam.
I think that is very considerate of them. And speaking of NCT, however, we've got a lot of, K-pop stars who are in their teens because many of the idols start their training as little students, even in elementary school. So I can imagine that there are also K-pop stars attending the Suneung exam. So are we seeing any K-pop idols currently
taking the exam right now? Yeah, sure. Right. First, most of the test takers are those who were born, high school seniors who were born in 2006 or early 2007. So idols, K-pop idols who are born in that year are also eligible to take exam today. But, remember I mentioned the trend shift in entertainment industry regarding Suneung in the beginning with Tech said, because more and more K-pop idols are choosing not to take Suneung exam compared to the past years. So let's take an example of this year's exam. Among those taking the Suneung exam this year are well-known idols like Eunhak from Boy Next Door, Makaya and Seungmo from Empress and One, and Ann from Enkyve, and Soha from Say My Name. On the other hand, some idols like Haerin of New Jeans, or Jang Won-young from IVE, or Eunchae from Hongeun-chae from LE SSERAFIM, Kyujin from NMIX, and Hana from 50/50 have decided not to participate in this year's exam. And even though some idols choose not to take the test, the tradition of cheering on those who are taking the test still remains strong. For example, fans along with the fellow idol group members actually go to the test sites to cheer on their favorite idols. And even those idols who choose not to take exam today, they still showed their love and support for their fellow test takers through Instagram or Facebook. So I thought it was really heartwarming.
Right. It's very wonderful to see these idols. They have packed schedules every single day, but still, encouraging and inspiring the students to work hard for Suneung.
Really?
And going back to the idols who decided not to take Suneung, who decided to skip Suneung this year, what's behind this shift?
Well, mostly it's because it's to focus more on their career. So in the past, some idols and actors leveraged their career to gain admission into specific programs like theaters or practical music. But Gen Z has different values these days. To be honest, balancing college with a full-time entertainment career is really challenging. And some idols spend half of the year in different countries. So attending the classes in person person is actually challenging, almost impossible. So in that context, going to college for the degree itself seems unnecessary, especially when they have defined career path.
I think this is a really refreshing shift. But I'm really interested about these idols actually. Have they spoken about the reason in public, maybe in interviews, or that would be very interesting to hear themselves speak about this issue?
Sure, we do have some examples for that. Take Nugent's Haerin as an example. She decided to focus more on her music career because her schedule is already fully packed both in Korea and abroad. And IVE's Jang Won-young also made a similar comment on that, and she said she may consider attending college when she can fully commit. I think that totally makes sense. But you know, this kind of choices are becoming more familiar to us nowadays. It's more and more celebrities choose not to go to college, not to take the exam. But in the past, the story, it was a whole different story in the past. While the average college enrollment rate in OECD countries is around 40%, South Korea's rate is closer to 70%. So we have in this society, we are living in a society where attending college after high school is almost seen as a given. So making such a decision based on a personal beliefs was a very bold and even sensational choices back then. But things has been changed again. So a lot of K-pop idols choose not to just take the exam and go to college. But on the other hand, some idols or celebrities pursue higher education while working. Day6 Young K, he completed his degree in business from Dongguk University with excellent grades despite his busy schedule. And we also have actor Park Bo-gum. He went to Myeongji University, and he also directed the final exam, like the group project with his classmates before his graduation. So yeah, there are. I think it's a really personal choice. If you can commit, you can make a commitment and pursue your purpose. Yeah, it's definitely your choice.
I think some of these stars that you just mentioned, like Park Bo-gum, they are living like a gat생 life, which in Korea means if you really make full use of your 24 hours a day. And I mean, we also have people who work in offices, but afterwards they go to graduate school.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was actually one of that.
Really?
Yeah, I was working as a freelancer, you know, doing broadcasting stuff, and then went to grad school at the same time. And I know how hard it is. Like, I'm not a full-time, you know, worker. I was a freelancer, and I was going to graduate school part-time as well. But imagining working as an idol full-time and then full-time university, college, that's another story, yes, for sure.
But these celebrities just manage that.
Exactly. And it's definitely a personal choice going to college, you know. You don't have to attend college just to follow the norm.
Right.
And I've heard that though the male idols tend to attend more colleges than the female idols. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. And it often relates to mandatory military service here in Korea. Male idols sometimes pursue college and even graduate school to delay their enlistment. And being active in entertainment, age and timing are crucial, right? So going to the college or graduate schools can be very appealing for them. But balancing attendance with idol life can be still challenging. That's why online universities have become a new option. You know, actually, BTS members, except for Jin, most of them attended the global cyber universities because they can still manage the studies without being fixed in certain locations.
I think that is perfect to, you know, balance your career and your studies, because some of the idols, they might want to pursue a music career for their entire life, just like singer Lee Moon-se, for instance. But others might take other paths. So I really think this is a personal choice. So any choice will be a right one, I have to say. And I mean, I also want to mention that being a singer, that is already a job. So these idol stars, they have started to work much earlier than other people. So they already worked around half of their life.
Right.
So I think it's okay to take a break from the academic realm. So what do you guys actually think about this issue?
And it's also,
if you were an idol star.
Right. It's also nice to go to college to prepare for their later life, like in their 30s, 40s. They may not be able to be active as an idol group, so maybe they can study different fields to prepare for their future.
Yeah, but on the other hand, even if they don't work as idols or work as a singer, they could still, work in related fields. For example, like instructor for a singer or like a choreographer for a dancer, So there's different routes. So I mean, college is definitely a personal choice, I think.
There are many, many options. So just briefly, so Suneung, if you were an idol star right now in your senior high school class, would you take Suneung or not?
I would take Suneung because I want to be in the same class with my friends. Friends are so precious.
That's
for
a
me.
nice answer. And you, Bella?
I would take it too because of my personality. I think I like to be safe, and be secured for my future. So just in case, future Bella might not want to pursue it as an idol. So, I think I will take Suneung.
That's clever.
If I was an idol.
I think I might not.
Oh, really? You would
2
go?
to 1. I could take the Suneung some other year, maybe in the
true
future.
too.
And first, focus on my singing and dancing.
Right, because this year apparently more of the graduated already high school students are taking Suneung. So
Exactly.
that's another
so
option
less
too.
competition in the next year.
I know.
Maybe.
You can take the exam and go to college whenever you want.
Yes. All right. That was some interesting stuff we talked about. So thank you very much, Seyoung. Looking forward to next week.
Thank you.
And thank you, Bella, as always. I'll see you also next week.
Next week. See you next week.